Welcome to the kitchen. I'm Chef Victoria Love, and today we are making Dubai chocolate brownies. These are phenomenal. You will absolutely love them. And this is in celebration of my 500th video. This is my 500th video. Thank you so much for joining me for all of my recipes, and I hope you will love this one. It is a wonderful flavor combination of tahini, pistachio paste, Kataifi dough, and chocolate. The pistachio paste, this one in particular, comes from Sicily, and it's on Amazon. It's highly rated, and it has a wonderful flavor. It has this jade dark green, and that is indicative of the Sicilian pistachios, which are this dark green color, as opposed to the paler green color of California pistachios, which we'll use these to chop and garnish. We're gonna use some white chocolate, some unsweetened chocolate, and the Kataifi dough. My husband got this for me in Jersey City at the Middle Eastern grocery store, so it can be hard to find. If you can't find it where you live, you can make it with this Kataifi dough, which is on Amazon, and it's already dried and shredded for you, so it's much easier to use. It's a bit expensive, so I highly recommend getting this one and doing the work yourself. Our tahini is a Middle Eastern tahini, and make sure that when you're using it, it's emulsified, because sometimes it can separate and you've got the oil at the top. So make sure you stir it together before you measure it. So let me get every mise en place and I'll show you how to make it. And come back for more. Please click like and subscribe and help me grow my channel. I appreciate everyone taking their time out to spend with me in the kitchen, and would really love to continue and grow this channel to something even better. All right, thanks everybody. To make this more manageable, I'm gonna break it up into two parts. This is a complicated recipe. So what we're gonna do first is make our brownies. So we need these ingredients. And I have our all-purpose flour, sugar, eggs, unsweetened chocolate, vanilla, and unsalted butter. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make our brownie layer first. And I'm actually gonna do it in a 2-day project. So today we're gonna make our brownies, bake them, and then I'm gonna actually freeze it overnight, because when it's frozen, it'll come out of the baking tray much easier. So what we need to do first is we're gonna melt our chocolate and our butter in a pan over low heat. So I'm gonna get my 2 sticks of butter into our pan on low heat and get that melted, and we're gonna add our chocolate in there too. Before I'm gonna add the chocolate to our pot, I like to break it up, and it's a little, I just slam it on the table. That helps to break it up. So I crack that sufficiently to just dump that in, a nice little pieces coming out. We're gonna get that all in there, and then we wanna stir it up and melt that completely. So we need 8 eggs, and it's always best to crack them into another vessel and then add them in. Of course, I broke it. Got the shell in there. Get rid of the shells. That's why you break it into another vessel, but I'm trying to do it one-handed. And I used to be able to do it one-handed very, very well, and now I'm out of practice, so shame on me. All right, let's try this again. See if I can get no shells. Yay, no shells. All right, I still got it. Okay, we're gonna do 8 of them. Get them all in there, make sure there's no shells. Now make sure you keep an eye on your chocolate. You don't want it to burn. This is completely melted, and so I'm gonna remove it from the heat, and we are now ready to start mixing our eggs. There is a chemical reaction when you mix sugar and eggs, and you don't want to do this ahead of time. So always wait till the chocolate is melted and then add your sugar to your eggs. So we have our 8 eggs. I'm going to whisk it together with our sugar. There we go. Next, I'm going to add in our 1 3/4 cups of flour. You do not need to sift it, don't worry. And again, we're going to mix this in. Next, we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then whisk that in. Now before we add the chocolate, just stir it together to make sure it's completely mixed together before adding. There we go. Wow, it smells so good. And now we can just whisk that together. And we're gonna put this onto a baking tray with a silicone mat. And what I like to do though is spray the edges, because it tends to get stuck there, and we want our brownie to come out nice and easily. If you don't have a silicone mat, you can just use parchment paper, and make sure you have the parchment paper coming up over the edge to make it easy to get it out. You could also put tin foil in here. That would be another way to do it. You could line it with the double thickness of tin foil, and that way you could pull it out. And then we're just gonna get all of our batter on here and spread it out. This is really thick, so make sure that you spread it out to the edges all the way around and try to get it an even layer. And just before I put it into our 300-degree oven, I like to also tap it down to help it smooth and flatten out. And we're gonna put this in for about 30 minutes. The Kataifi dough is frozen, so you've got to take it out of the box and let it sit for a while. You want to cut it while it's still very cold. However, if it's frozen solid on a block, you're not going to be able to cut much of anything. So let this sit out for about 10 minutes before you need to cut it. You'll notice that there is a bit of a U shape. These are really long, thin strands. So turn it around because we're going to start cutting here at the ends. And when we work our way here, we can open this up. And when you want to cut really thin, small slices, like that's even too fat. But you want to cut these and cut through the whole entire thing. So my 1 pound of Kataifi dough chopped up is 7 cups, and to that we are going to add 8 tablespoons of melted butter, or 1 stick. And I just melted it in the microwave. And then we simply want to stir this around and make sure the butter coats all of those strands. And then we're going to put it onto 2 sheet pans with nothing on it, no silk pad or parchment paper. And we'll put it in a 325-degree oven, and we're going to toast it until it's golden brown. That is going to take a while. It's about 40 minutes. So let me get this spread out. I'm halfway done toasting this, and what we want to do at this point is stir it up and then rotate top to bottom and front to back. So I already stirred up this tray. I'm going to put this was on the top, so now I'm going to put it on the bottom. Get that back in there. And then what we want to do is we want to stir this up a bit. You want to make sure that the edges don't get too dark and the middle isn't dark enough. So always drag in the edges and then sort of, there we go, a beautiful golden brown color. That is what we are looking for. So we need 1.5 cups, so get that measured. To our pistachio, I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of tahini. And I'm going to stir all that together before I add it to the Kataifi. And I'm just going to pour this over, and then we'll fold it all together. Now that this is completely combined, I want to put it in a warm spot because now we're going to melt our white chocolate and then we're going to fold it all together. If this becomes too cold when you fold it together, your chocolate's going to seize up. So make sure you definitely keep this in a warm spot. I'm just going to melt my chocolate in the microwave. So I'm going to break it up and put it in here and then burst it for 15 to 30 second increments. Now, please be careful though. You can burn your white chocolate. If you make it too hot, it'll get these little tiny lumps in it, and that means you've overdone it. So do be careful. You can also melt it in a double boiler. So if you're not used to melting chocolate in the microwave, I recommend the double boiler method first. There we go. So this has been melted. And we just want to stir it and make sure there's no lumps of unmelted chocolate in there. And we're gonna, this is not a lot, we're gonna add it to our filling, and that'll just help make it set up so it's a bit firmer. So it's more of a firmer layer on our brownie, because this is a topping that's gonna go over our brownie layer. And then on top of the filling, we're gonna drizzle some melted chocolate and chopped pistachios and make it look really beautiful. So there we go. Now you can see it's melted, and we're gonna combine the two. And before that chocolate sets, we've got to stir this together and get it combined. Make sure you spread this out in an even layer all the way to the edge. Once you've gotten it smooth almost to the edges, just like that, evenly, now we're gonna put it into the freezer. While the brownie with the Dubai layer is setting up in the freezer, I'm gonna get our chocolate ready to melt. Now this is Hershey's Special Dark Chocolate, and this is my Guittard 72% chocolate pistols. This is last in my box, and this is very expensive and hard to find. So if you can't get the Guittard, then you can just use all Hershey's Special Dark Chocolate is perfectly fine, or a Ghiradelli, or any dark chocolate. But this is my Guittard 72%. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna divide it evenly. I'm gonna do 6 ounces of the pistols and 6 ounces, which is half a bag. So I just estimate, eyeball half a bag. I already did that beforehand. And then I'll eyeball the same amount of pistols and put it in here. And we're gonna melt it in the microwave. If you have not melted chocolate before and are not familiar with using the microwave to melt the chocolate, please melt it over a double boiler. It is very easy to burn your chocolate in a microwave and then you'll ruin it. And let me tell you, this Guittard is very expensive. You don't want to throw it in the garbage. Okay, I have my pistols in there and the chips. It's 1 cup each. Morsels, and we're gonna put it in the microwave 30-second bursts and stir it every time until it's completely melted. This has been setting up in the freezer, and you see I put the parchment paper underneath it to make it easy to take out. I'm gonna put parchment paper on top and flip it over, and then we're gonna cut it into different sizes. I like a 3 by 3 inch if it's gonna go into a gift box, and then smaller if it's gonna be for like a cookie platter. So I flipped it over, and now we're gonna remove that. And what we need to do is now flip it back over. I'm gonna get a cutting board. So I'm lucky, this cutting board is bigger than the brownies. So I'm gonna put this on top and then flip it over. I need 2 hands to press it together. So before I start cutting certain sizes, I like to trim off the edge. Now don't get rid of that. You obviously can munch on that, or you can save it, and then we could make Dubai chocolate cake balls or cake pops with it. So save that, put it in the freezer, and a project for another day. But now what I would like to do, I'm gonna cut this into a 3-inch strip because I like my presentation brownies in a gift box to be 3 inches by 3 inches. So we're just gonna line that up and cut 3-inch bar. And to make life easier, just rotate the cutting board. Again, we're gonna trim off that edge. And now I can measure 3 inches over, and we've got this beautiful square. Here we go. Here is our melted chocolate. Now, because I use the morsels and the couverture, I don't really need to worry about tempering it. Tempering is a whole nother process, and we want to get these done. This took long enough. All right, I'm going to fill my paper cornet with the chocolate, and then we're going to drizzle it over it. Now, if you don't have a paper cornet, just get a Ziploc bag and cut off the tip. Here we have it, the little one, and then I like to drizzle it on an angle and just go back and forth over and over again, however much you want to put on top. And then always I like to put a sprinkling of chopped pistachios. And this looks absolutely beautiful. This is so pretty. This is perfect for the holidays, a holiday party, or gift giving. Put these in a little container with some pretty ribbon on top. It'll make it look absolutely beautiful. So I hope you enjoy this and would make it at home for your loved ones for the holidays. Yeah, there we go. Lots of chocolate on that one. Here's our wonderful Dubai chocolate brownie completed. I'm gonna take a bite and let you know how this tastes. It looks phenomenal. I love this, and that's pretty darn good. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this inspires you to make it at home. Please check out all the videos on my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining me for my 500th video. This has been a wonderful time exploring YouTube and learning how to make all these different videos and recipes, and I hope you will continue to keep checking me out. I'm gonna keep trying to make more. Oh man, this is really good. So please, if you haven't already, click like and subscribe. Thank you.